Hi, after years of dealing with gunk buildup on our faucets and shower head, etc., and after a lot of debate, we decided to install a whole house water filter. And after a lot of researching and considering our space limitations within the utility room, we decided to go with the Pelican PC600. It's worked out pretty well. It fits right here in this smaller space that we have. And the pre-filter and everything fits, so this worked out to be a pretty good installation for us. Just to show the parts of the installation, first of all, we did a bypass with 3 valves, and then we had to bring our piping across from the regular inlet. And one of the things that we gained is that the actual turn-off valve was very difficult to reach and impossible for my wife. And also, it just was very hard to turn on and off. So we decided that would be another benefit, moving the turn-off valve over to the wall side so that it's actually reachable. So the inlet is on the left-hand side, and then it comes down through sharkbite valve. And the bell standoffs work really well because they put the pipes out about 1 inch, so that it's much easier to install your sharkbite fittings there. And then we had to angle off a little bit, come down to a Honeywell regulator. The reason we needed a regulator is because our water pressure was about at 80, and the Pelican PC600, the maximum can be 80. So I used the Honeywell regulator valve to keep it at 70, and that works quite well. And then, of course, we have the pre-filter here, and then across to the actual filter, and then from the filter up to a sharkbite valve so that we could see the difference between the input and output and have a better idea of when to change the pre-filter especially. The regular filter is supposed to go for 5 years or 600,000 gallons, I think it is. And then up through another sharkbite, the outlet valve. And then in the center is the bypass valve. So all you have to do to turn off the whole house water is turn this valve 90 degrees, the inlet valve. And if you needed to bypass the entire system, which they have a bypass here on the Pelican, if you need to take the actual large filter off and change the media. But this also would work really well because you can just turn the center valve to on and both of the inlet and outlet valves to off, and that would completely isolate the system. And the nice thing about this is now if there's an emergency or we need to do some other plumbing stuff, all you do is just turn that valve and your water's shut off in the house, either one of these valves. That makes it really nice, and it's a lot safer situation. Like I said, again, we chose the Pelican because I looked at a lot of them online. The Pelican seemed like something I would be able to handle as far as changing the medium, and also because of our space requirement. I hope this helps if you're trying to make a decision about a whole house water filter. We've been so happy. We've had this in about 5 months now, and the water out of the shower, out of all of the faucets, it just is the same as coming out of the regular sink where you would have an under-the-counter filter. So you really can just take a drink out of any faucet in the house now. So close above the meters, so we have this set at about 70, and then over the pre-filter, and then up to the sharkbite valve so we can tell the difference between the input and output, and then through to the sharkbite valves. And you can see the copper standoff there. Those work really well. You can isolate the sharkbite valve so that if you have to turn it, it's extremely easy. No problem, because there's just no movement here. This is totally stable. So those bell valves work really well. If you do install one, I would really recommend doing that bypass because it's just a way of isolating your system, making the water turn off much easier, and also assuring that you can have water if you need it, if you need to do repairs. So one thing you may also be interested in is the pre-filter. So in order to change the pre-filter, we have a small container that just fits under this, and what you do is just turn off your whole house water And then you have to go and just open up a faucet enough so that the pressure releases and the valves would drop to zero in that case. And then you can take your tool and unhook this and let it drop down in and change it. If you just open up your valve and then don't release the pressure, this will not come loose, because I tried to do it once and this is so tight you can't even budge it. For our space requirements, this worked out really well. So hope this helped. Good luck with your water filter project. Thanks for watching. For more videos, please click the link below. If this video was helpful, please give it a like. Thanks.